Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back once again in Civilization VI, and we are picking up a little bit ahead of where we left off, but not to worry, we didn't miss anything exciting. Was just doing a little housekeeping, moving the turns along slowly but surely. But more important than that is the fact that we have a new name for a new name for an old city. Alright, this was formerly known as Beijing, but it is now Quick City, also known as Silver City, and that name was provided to us by Quicksilver. He gave us two names, so I figured why not give the city a main name and the alternate name. So it's kind of like how New York City is also known as the Big Apple. Quick City is also known as Silver City, and quick indeed it is, because it is growing much faster under my careful tendings than it was under the care of China. It's currently at 8 out of 11 populations, and it'll run up to 9 in 6 more turns. So it's going well at Quick City. Things are going well, and things are going well all over the world for us. But before we get into that stuff, we're gonna hit that next turn button, and we're gonna listen to some Sean Beanery. We're gonna listen to the man give us a lecture about the meaning of life and water.
I think the human race made a big mistake at the beginning of the Industrial Revolution. We leaped for the mechanical things. People need the use of their hands to feel creative.
What I like about cities is that everything is king size, the beauty and the ugliness.
Economics is a subject that does not greatly respect one's wishes.
All right. Quotes are starting to get more interesting now that we're entering a period in history when that is not too different from the period that we're in currently. You know, back in the ancient times, we were talking about, I'm fond of pigs. If there are no dogs in heaven, I want to go where they went. You know, just like shit like that. It's cool, but now we're starting to get into these interesting philosophies. Now, here's what we're going to work on for right now. We're going to try and get some archaeologists going on, right? Because we're very behind in the culture department. Nobody wants to visit our cities. We don't have a lot of tourists. And how do we get more tourists? I'm assuming it's by stealing art and digging up artifacts. So we're going to work towards natural history, and we are going to actually be able to boost this when the time comes by constructing an archaeological museum. And if we can't get our production to sync up with that, then we'll just buy it with gold, because that's what we do. Financial victory incoming. And we have a trader that we can get on the move, so we'll get him on the move to Washington. I'm trying to spread out my traders, get them, have my traders touch a little bit of everything. And it actually does appear that we will 10 turns. Let's do a little bit of math. It takes 10 turns for that, 3 turns for that, 6 turns for that. Yeah, I think the boost will sync up pretty well. So I think we can just straight up construct the archaeological museum. And I suppose in the meantime, Sheffield doesn't need to prioritize food. So why don't we? Does that actually increase it? By prioritizing production, they'll give them 1 extra production per turn, which is probably not going to speed things up at all. But their population is capped at 12 out of 12 in Sheffield, so we don't need them to prioritize food at the moment. Though by not prioritizing food, the people are going to start starving in 19 turns. We'll fix it. We'll build some farms. Damn it, we got work to do. All right, we got work to do. What the hell is wrong with these cities, man? Fine, that's fine. Okay, so we're just gonna purchase a builder, because my economy is so strong. And it looks like we have some envoys to send out. I'll send one to Jakarta. And I will send another one to... What the hell, Zanzibar? Let's get that culture going. I mean, get that money going. Let's get as many financial city-states on board with us as we possibly can. Just get that gold flowing. And we have another trader available to us in the Quick City, and I suppose we will send him. All right, we'll send him to Rhodes, because we haven't established a trading post over there, so we may as well get that up and running. It's gonna take a while, like 20 something turns. These caravans need to upgrade into trucks already, because these camels are starting to get old, literally and figuratively. So let's go ahead and take out these spearmen. But there we go. One shot, one kill. What's the deal? That's musket, man. But on another subject, you know, I've been playing Civilization for a long time now, since it first launched back in October. I think it was October 21st, and it hasn't really gotten old yet. You know, I still, and it's probably because there's so much to learn about Civilization. It feels, every time I play the game, it still has yet to feel like I'm going into an experience that I truly understand. You know, which is kind of interesting. I'm decent at the game now. I'm pretty good at it. But I still don't know all the nuances of Civilization yet. So it's interesting. Every time I get into it, it's just a new thing. It's a whole new thing. And what are we gonna build from Quicksilver City? They just finished their aqueduct, which raised their population cap significantly. Could build a neighborhood, but that seems excessive. I think I'm gonna get some farms online. Yeah, I think I'm getting some farms online. So we're gonna produce a builder. And I think some farms would actually benefit Chengdu as well, because they could use a little bit more food to get their population raised just ever so slightly, so they can work a few more tiles. Maybe, can they? Yeah, I think that'll be worthwhile. But this is exactly my point. This is sort of proving my point. The fact that I don't always know exactly what to do in Civilization, it makes it so that every time I play the game, it's a new feeling adventure. It doesn't feel stale. It doesn't feel tired, and especially once there are already a handful of mods available for the game, but you know, if it ever goes to the Steam Workshop and gets, you know, the more pure and open to the public form of mod support, then the possibilities become endless. But I say all that to say, still playing Titanfall, still enjoying the hell out of Titanfall. I got no bad words to say about the game, but that's not necessarily true. All right, it's you know, it's like with Titanfall. Titanfall 2 is the example of a normal relationship where where you're with someone and you like them, but you've been with them for a long time, and they're starting to do shit that you don't like. Now, I just heard the spy noise, but it was a friendly spy sound, whatever the fuck it is. So our spy has been established, and they have gained some sources. So that means they operate on a slightly higher tier for the next 24 turns. But we're not gonna. We could try and steal a great work immediately, straight off the bat, but there's still only a 50-50 shot that he'll actually make it out alive. So we're gonna try and establish a listening post, right? So at this point, the way I'm seeing it is our spy has officially learned how to speak like an American, and he's eating hamburgers and hot dogs all day, but he still likes to have a cup of tea at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. So we've got to make sure that our spy is fully American. He wants to drink nothing but coffee. No more of that tea nonsense. All right, so we got another production available to us for Leeds. I don't actually know what they just finished. I don't even know what I've been working on with some of these cities, but they finished something, and that's good. But Leeds has a terrible amount of production. They are prioritizing food, but even that doesn't really help too much. Like there's not really much that Leeds can do. Just period. There's not really anything valuable about Leeds, but thankfully for me, I've got the big bucks, so I may actually purchase a stock exchange from them in the future. But for now, nothing that I build from Leeds is going to be terribly advantageous. So why don't we just make a medic? 42 turns from now, we'll come back and the medic will be finished. It's ridiculous. So yeah, Titanfall is a great game. Still really enjoy playing it. But the things that annoy me about the game are starting to take precedent over the things that I enjoy, right? I'm in that phase where, you know, I can see the balance problems very clearly. I can see the you know, I see the strategy. The meta is no longer hidden behind the fog of war. It's all apparent. Whereas Civilization, because I'm either I'm stupid or there's just a lot to discover about the game that I haven't put in all the effort to understand, I can't see the forest through the trees just yet.
Remember that politics, colonialism, imperialism, and war also originated in the human brain.
It's trying to keep us in check right there. When people say a whole bunch of good things come out of humanity, just remember, war is a result of humanity as well. So that's pretty interesting quote right there. See what I'm saying? It's all getting relevant. We just finished a production in Angel City. I believe it was the entertainment complex, so we're going to go ahead and build an arena on top of that as well. And then we'll send out our new envoys. We'll send one to Zanzibar and send another one to Mohino. We're going to send it to Daro. If anyone can pronounce... Let me put on my glasses and see if that helps with this pronunciation. Mohinijo Daro. So, please tell me how to say that in the comments section, because I don't know how to read stuff. All right. So our settler's slowly making his way over here. Yeah, you know, just the chinks in the armor are becoming way more visible in Titanfall. Just because it is, for what it's worth, it's a simpler game. It's not. It'll never be on the same level of complexity as Civilization. It'll always be a good game. It'll always be a fun game. But it'll never be. You know, it'll never be as complex as Civilization. There we go. I just min-maxed Sheffield pretty kind of well. I think I did a decent job at that. I hope that didn't change the production of our archaeological museum, affect it too much. I think I may have messed it up a little bit. But we'll see. Oh, what just happened? An enemy spy in Sheffield succeeded in stealing the boost for computer. For fuck's sake, I'm still getting spied on. And I can't tell who it is unless I catch them. There has to be a civic for, like, anti-espionage tactics. Because this is getting ridiculous. I don't like being spied on. I know I'm spying on people at the same time. But I don't like being spied on.
It's one thing to surmise what happened, but we don't speculate on that until ballistics confirms what happened.
And there we go. We're getting some CSI London quotes right there. Yeah, you know, I don't like being spied on, but I will sure as hell try and steal some stuff from people. Yeah, Sheffield's in a weird spot, though, isn't it? Because they don't have enough food. But I'm currently working every tile that's available to me that is granting me food. So I don't even know how the fuck to make that any better. Sheffield may be in danger. I guess if we get one more population, we'll have one more farm up and running. But even then, Sheffield is in trouble, I think. I don't think we can do any good for Sheffield at the moment. But what we can do for right now... Can I purchase a neighborhood? No, you cannot purchase a neighborhood. But I can build one. I've never built a neighborhood before, and this is going to take a tremendous amount of time because the production in Chengdu is abysmal. But what the hell? Let's get to work on a neighborhood. When that's done, it'll look nice and pretty. I've never built a neighborhood before, so what the hell? What the hell? So let's continue. Oh! Hold on. Okay, so right, Titanfall, right? Getting on my nerves, some stuff. You know, and again, I stress the game is really fun, but you know, every time I get killed, and for those of you that play Titanfall, then I'm sure you can relate. But every time I get killed by someone using the EVA 8 shotgun, just a few days get shaved off of my lifespan. Like if I'm supposed to live until 80, then I get killed by the EVA 8 shotgun while playing Titanfall 2. Now I'm only going to live till 79 and 364 days. And if it's a leap year, that's cutting off another day or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's just little things about the balance are just, it's like, it's like, you know, that's overpowered, you son of a bitch. And I know you're using it because you know it's overpowered, and it's not freaking fair. And apparently, just taking a look at Corinth over here, the level of farms that she has produced is clearly the amount of farms that I should have been building in my cities in order to sustain the higher populations. I mean, my goodness, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 farms, all for Corinth. No wonder she's got a population of 14 compared to my meager population of 12. I get it now. I just haven't been building enough farms. And that farm is not even being worked at the moment. Yeah. Can I switch? Is there anything I can switch? I could take someone off the camp. Oh, I can take somebody off that. There we go. Now the farm is getting worked. Okay, so we've solved our food crisis in Sheffield, but now our population isn't actually growing because we don't have any surplus food, so nobody's having babies. So we've averted one crisis and begun another. What can you do? You can't win when you play Civilization. That's all there is to it. I guess what I'm gonna do. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so it's just little things, but in Civilization, I don't play multiplayer that much because I usually don't have 6 hours to devote to one game session. But in the single player, I do play significantly more, but there are very few times where I think to myself, you know what, it's shaving off a portion of my lifespan because it's so ridiculous. It just doesn't happen like that with Civilization. So one game is just the ideal relationship. It's perfect. You know, it's just ever growing and ever changing. And meanwhile, the other relationship is, it's good. It's great. It may even be great, but it's just something about it is just, shit, I keep doing that by accident. I keep forgetting the factory is an improvement, not its own building. But yeah, that's all that is. Yeah, it's just, and that's natural, right? It's natural for stuff like that to happen. Yeah, maybe factory is not a bad idea. It's not that great either. Oh, what the hell? Let's build a neighborhood. Another neighborhood. Okay, we'll put the neighborhood right here. Yeah, why not? Why not? You know, it's like, you know, here's what Titanfall is like. If you're dating somebody, male, female, doesn't matter. I'm not going to assume anyone's sexual preference or orientation or whatever. That meme is really annoying, by the way. So let's say you're dating somebody. You first start dating them and they got this quirky laugh. Every time something funny happens, every single time something funny happens, they snort. They snort a little bit. Oh my god, that's so funny. That's really funny. And at first you're like, oh, that's kind of cute. My girlfriend snorts every time she laughs. My boyfriend snorts every time he laughs. And, you know, for the first couple of months, it's cute. And then you're in a restaurant, but it's like a really fancy restaurant, and it's all quiet. And then, you know, you look over and you say, oh my gosh, look at that guy's toupee. It's falling off. And then your significant other turns and they look and they're like, oh my god. And then everyone in the restaurant hears that fucking disgusting snorting noise that I just made. Yes, I make myself laugh sometimes. But my point is, Titanfall is starting to snort a little bit when it laughs. or matter of fact, Titanfall's been snorting when it laughs since the beginning, but I'm just now starting to get irritated by it. And we have another production to be made from Mayor Wist, and I think this might be the last thing that we do for the day. Maybe we could do a little bit more. Mayor Wist is already at its population cap, so what we want to do is we want to try and get their population to grow. But we also want to. It wouldn't be a bad idea to get more culture, right? Here's the thing I don't truly understand about a cultural victory. It's about you can't win a cultural victory just by having truckloads of culture, because I am currently accruing the most culture per. No, I'm not. Gorgo is accruing the most culture per turn in the game. But the thing is, she's not winning the cultural victory because she doesn't have as much tourism as America. But how the hell do you actually generate tourism? I have 0 out of 178 tourists. I don't know how to get more tourists. I don't know how to get tourism. I just don't understand it. I have domestic tourists, but I have nobody visits. And like just nobody wants to come to my land. And I don't understand why. So if anybody has ever managed to achieve a cultural victory, please explain it to me. And just by looking at the amount of culture per turn that Gorgo is generating, we're obviously going to build another Theater Square district. It's going to take a considerable amount of time to do so, but in the end, it will prove to be worth it. Now, damn it. Okay, last thing we're going to do is we're going to found a new city right here. And this city, I'm going to build a campus and a university and a great library. This is going to be the science capital of the freaking world, all right? It's going to be great. It's going to be really great. I can feel it. I can feel it. But my point in saying all of this is Titanfall is starting to snort, and I don't like it. I like it. I like Titanfall a whole lot. I can't imagine being with another Titanfall, right? But every time it freaking snorts, it's like, girl, we're going to have to fix that. You're going to have to get one of those nose strips and tape that shit on your nose just 24/7 to stop that snorting, because it's getting out of control.
Bolt actions speak louder than words.
And Craig Roberts, bolt actions speak louder than words. Impressive. I like that. I respect it. And, all right, we're almost done. We're almost done. I just heard the spy noise again. Wait, can I? Wow. So I can see all of America's land, and just in taking a quick look at it, if I wanted to, I could charge over their land like a righteous fury and take them over. And I just noticed that Gorgo is rude as fuck for building a city right here. But yeah, America does not have a considerable amount of military might. They've got a spearman, but they do have vans. They do have vans, and I don't have vans. I'm not in the right technological era. I'm still using camels. So, all right, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna end it because I'm rambling at this point. I'm babbling. We're going to set our spy on a great work heist. There is a 50% chance for success, 34% chance for failure, and a 16% chance of getting captured or killed. If discovered, America will lose respect for us, but they've already denounced us. So who gives a fuck, right? So let's get into it. Let's get that spy action going. And with all that said, we've got our hamburgers and hot dogs ready, and we're getting American. All right, we're looking for some great works in this amphitheater, in this library, whatever the fuck it is. Now let's get into that question of the day. And here we go. You already know what time it is. It's time for the question of the day. What's something annoying that happens in your favorite video game that you ignore because it's your favorite game? XCOM 2 is definitely one of my favorite games of all time, but it gets on my nerves when my soldiers miss 90% shots. It's just, I understand its probability and there's a 10% chance that they'll miss, but come on guy, you need to get your shit together. You're one of the best trained soldiers on the planet Earth. You should be able to hit an alien that's 20 feet tall. I mean, come on. So what's something annoying that happens in your favorite video game? As always, the name of the game we are playing is Civilization VI. The name of the channel is iBluairJgR Gaming for Comedy. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.